Dig it! Welcome to Hardheaded Podcast. We're excited that you've joined us as we have a conversation.
It's time to join the conversation. All right, welcome to another episode of Hardheaded. I'm your host, Matt Amos. With me, as always, Chet Sears and Troy Trussell.
Yo. Pleasure to be here with you today, Matt.
Today, we're going to be talking about upcoming hunting season. It's getting that time of year. The temperature's getting a little bit cooler in the mornings, cooler in the evenings. Kind of putting you in that mindset to maybe start doing some prepping, or maybe you're already prepping and maybe you're already getting out in the woods, or heck, maybe you've already taken a deer. I saw some pictures today of some people who got some deer already.
Yeah, youth season, archery, muzzleloader. I mean, good grief. Here in Kansas, it's I just can't get into hunting when it's hot though. It's still hot out there.
Yeah, it's too warm right now. But anyway, we'll get into that. And then our top three today, top three must-haves at hunting camp. And then Troy's going to close us out with a good word. But kicking it off, hunting season, boys.
Let's go.
So I've gone a little crazy this year. And so the last few years I've been too busy and too tied up to get amped up for hunting season. It doesn't mean I haven't gone, but I just hadn't been like focused on it. And I haven't been buying stuff those years. This year I've been like, man, it's coming up. It's coming up. I've been buying crap. So I think my spending is related to where my thoughts are. But I got a new pair of waders. I'm getting away from neoprene. I went with the breathable.
Yeah.
With the zip in insulated. And that's what you guys use like when you go salmon fishing and all that, right? It's not neoprene. It's like a
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I can't really think of what it's
They have
called.
like
I got the booties, and so you got to get the wading boots.
you don't have to have those, but it's that same material kind of thing.
I got you. Yep.
Like mine come with boots. And then they have like this protective cordura or whatever to keep that from snagging that goes over that. Got a zip in liner. Pretty stoked. Got it 60% off. Rogers Sporting Goods. I love it. I love that store. That I bought some silhouette.
Where were you that you were at a Rogers?
On the internet. There's only one.
You shopped at Rogers?
There's only one. Liberty, Missouri. Never been there, but I buy a lot of stuff from them online.
I have really good deals. I haven't been up there, but I think there's more than one Rogers in there. No. My buddy introduced me to that.
I could be wrong, but it won't be because of your knowledge.
And we went up there and we shopped at that store. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
It reminded me of an old Sportsman's Warehouse.
Yeah. They do a big like waterfowl weekend and fill up the parking lot with their vendors and good sales and whatnot. I always buy my ammo there because you can buy it pretty cheap by the case. Yeah, I've been buying there for a long time and just keep an eye on the sales. And so, yeah, I've got a few things in, and I'm just kind of fired up, and I need to get out. If it's okay with you, man, I need to swing by and pick up those drums here pretty soon. I'm gonna go get some corn. So last year the corn prices were so crazy, and I just couldn't. Like, I'm not paying $12 for a bag of corn. Matt lent me his 55-gallon drums, and I'd drive down to the co-op. And they pull in where the semis go in to get the corn.
Yeah, dump it.
Yeah, they dump it right in the, I got to line the truck up with the chutes, and they'll fill up. And it's dirt cheap when you buy it that way.
Yeah.
Like ridiculously cheap. So this year it's going to be even cheaper because corn prices are way down.
Had an abundance of corn.
Looks like there's only one Rogers in Liberty, Missouri.
That's what I said.
I'm fact checking.
You don't need to fact check me.
Did you not listen to him?
This is Chet GPT.
Jeez.
I got all the facts. I got a buddy of mine that said, sometimes right, never in doubt.
Yep.
Yeah. That's about right.
Yep. Chet Sears.
That'd make a good bumper sticker or a good t-shirt. That'd be a good t-shirt. Yeah, so I'm excited about that. Got the deer property ready to go. Done some stuff up there. Went up there with the kids. Well, actually didn't go with the kids. Two of them came down from Manhattan, caught some fish in the pond. It's full of water, which it's been dry for, not dried up, but it's been low for years. And that part of the state's getting a lot of rain. And so it's all the way back up full. So really excited about that. And you're getting into it. Like you actually went to your property this year.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm actually getting into it.
You're about to.
But it is nice to be on the road to repair because I've avoided my hunting property just because there was a leak in the roof and then there's just a mess. And I avoided going out there and doing anything just because I was like, man, I just really don't want to mess with that right now. And then so I got the roof fixed and I was like, okay, so there's no further damage that's going to take place. And then went out there with one of your buddies that I'm stealing from you.
Yeah, listen to this.
And
listen what he's trying to do here. You want to talk about unethical.
This is not an ethics violation at all. I mean, I'm just a better person, so he prefers to hang out with me. So we he went out there first, and he got it. He came in well under the first bid that I got, and he was like, that was insane what they were trying to charge you to do that. And I was like, well, I appreciate that. I go, I thought it was high, but I don't know.
Right.
You know, I'm not. Right. And so he went out there and got it all cleaned up, got everything put in a pile. And then we went out a couple weekends back and did a little bit more deconstruction. I helped him just a little bit. We had the fridge. We used your 2-wheel dolly that you gave to us with 2 flat tires, which was awesome. Thanks for that. And
you're welcome.
Like the tires are flat as we're trying to get this fridge that's got these leaking meat juices that just stink, trying to get it out. And
I told him to bring a pump.
He did. We got it. We aired it up. But
you only got it like 3 minutes before that right-hand tire goes out.
Well, and if there's any weight on it whatsoever, it goes even quicker.
Yeah.
And because we barely got it out the door before it was flat again.
Yeah. And, somebody pulled somebody else pump.
But so then we got some measurements and all that for the shop, and then I've been sending him just links to some of the flooring that I've seen because I figured, well, if I can find a good deal on some laminate vinyl flooring, I'm going to go ahead and just do the whole thing. And was able to find some commercial grade stuff that they use in hotels for right at $1.50 a square foot. And so I said, let's do it. And then bought all the materials today, matter of fact, so he can go with me tomorrow to pick it up. And then ordered a new toilet because while we were out there, I was like, well,
might as well
turn the water on and see what happens, and turn the water on. And he comes running out and he's like, we need to turn that off. He goes, it's leaking somewhere. And the toilet bowl, the tank had cracked on the back and water was just draining right out the bottom of that and onto the floor. So we turned it off and I ordered a new toilet. And
that's when you got to get that Flex Seal.
Yeah, I don't think Flex Seal was saving that. But so now I got the new toilet. We'll get that put in and then turn the water on and see what other leaks we have. And if there are any, hopefully not. But
this is what he's trying to do, though.
So
Troy.
Now I know that this weekend, because he was like, the only weekends that I have that are not going to be free are if K-State has a home game.
Yeah,
because
he's season ticket holder and his daughter's a Classy Cat.
Yeah, and so I said, hey, I'm free and I've got soccer games and all this stuff on the weekends. I said, so is the 21st open? And he looks and he goes, yep. I said, all right, let's book it. And so he booked it.
And then
seconds later,
I text the guys on my hunting property who Tim is one of, and I'm like, guys, work day, let's do the 21st. Sorry, I got to help Matt. I'm working that weekend. And then Matt's like, you don't even need, get off that lease up there. Just come hunt my property.
Like, come out here. It's so much better. I mean, you don't have the limitations.
I've got a friend that has his own renovation business. I set him up with Matt. Matt gets preferential, he's getting deals. Matt, you heard him. He's not getting ripped off at all. He's getting a good pricing on all this work. And what does Matt do to return the favor to me? Oh, yeah, I'm going to take a guy out of your lease. I'm going to try to anyway.
Listen.
Yeah. Hey.
Linda, listen.
If he leaves, man, I'll join your lease.
We'll see.
It's all good.
We'll see.
But here's what I'm saying, right? Like
You got to take Troy. If you got a vacancy, just take Troy.
No, he shoots bucks, and like babies. Matter of fact, 3 times.
I shoot what fits in my freezer.
And so anyway,
or your that fit in your
my meat tray drawer.
a door tray.
Yeah, I love this little cube. It's about like yay by yay.
My little drawer. My little
it's like
drawer.
a Thanksgiving dinner. It's the whole thing.
We got meat for a weekend, guys.
You came out with 22 pounds. I've processed turkey bigger than that.
I shot 2 turkey with 1 shot one time.
I don't believe it.
Well, I do. Troy's a good shot. You haven't beat him in a shooting competition. I know that.
Sure have.
We tied.
So what's funny about that is, so Chet initially he recommends me this plumber, and he's like, man, this plumber's really, really good. And because I was looking for one, and so I call this guy up, and shows up, and just did great work, and I was just like really super impressed, so I've been talking about him and really building him up, and then Chet starts talking up this Tim guy and this renovation company, and so then I call Tim, and so slowly I'm just stealing
all of my help,
all of Chet's contacts, and they're in my circle. Like they don't even care about Chet anymore.
Nope.
Like,
hey, I need you for this. Sorry, helping Matt.
Like matter of fact, the plumber's like, Chet, who's that? And I was like, well, he's the guy that referred me to you. He's like, huh. Well, I know a lot of people, but now every time he goes around, Matt, oh yeah, Matt's such a great guy.
Yeah.
I like Matt.
That dude. He did. I mentioned, I was like, Matt. And he's like, oh, you know Matt? I'm like, yeah, I'm the guy that told Matt about you. And he's like, I really like that Matt. That Matt's a really good guy. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Good times.
Funny. So Troy, you getting excited about it? Are you bringing your boys out to the field yet? You took them last year, didn't you?
Yeah, I took all 3 of them deer hunting. I haven't taken the littlest one yet. He's still too little. I took 2 of them duck hunting, and they were bored to tears, but there were just no ducks either.
Yeah.
But yeah, they ask me all the time. I'll get them out there. I got a buddy that's got a duck hole. I'm excited to go check it out. He was showing me pictures. They redid their blind.
Yeah. Is this that one in Derby?
I'm not naming locations or anything.
So it is.
Really don't know if it's in Derby.
Oh, it's close.
But
Rose Hill or whatever. You hunting city ducks? That's the idea.
I don't know.
Yeah, look at this guy. Look at this guy right here.
It is. Hey,
look, I want to be on your lease, but I ain't gonna tell you anything about any kind of hunting locations that I have.
Not on a podcast.
Huh? Oh, that's right. We are recording this, aren't we?
I mean, come on, man.
it is being recorded.
Yeah.
We can talk after.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm really excited about ducks this year. For sure. Yeah, and I got a place to deer hunt too, but probably just shoot a doe or a 10-pound buck.
We know what you do. You intend on shooting does.
You're gonna shoot a doe.
Intend on shooting does. No, I'm stoked, man. It's gonna be a good year. Lots of activities. I haven't, just based on my work schedule, I haven't taken any vacation in the first half of the year, and just a day or two since then, since like July or since August. And so there's no way I'm going to take everything that I have accrued, but I've got rifle season, the first week of rifle season off. I'm taking off the whole week of Thanksgiving and then the 2 weeks around Christmas and New Year's. And I plan to be wearing camouflage just about every one of those days.
Nice.
What do you mean the first week of rifle season? Because the first week is like a Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
That's not enough.
Dude, for me, I tag out before the weekend shows up.
He's not picky, Matt.
No, the first deer I saw last year was a shooter or buck. I have different standards than some people.
You know what? Maybe you would stay longer.
I stay. That's the thing. Don't think I'm not enjoying my time out there. I get my work done, and then I kick back and I get that wood stove fired up right outside. And
so maybe you would stay longer, like as in you would just do the full week. instead of just a couple of days and a weekend. If you had some of these next items on our top 3.
Maybe I already do. Maybe I have everything I need already.
But before we do that, let's take a break. When we come back, top 3 must-haves in hunting camp.
Okay.
And we're back.
That's pretty funny.
Top 3 things you must have in hunting camp.
I'm not going first.
Troy,
Yes.
why don't you go first?
Firewood. It's my number 3. Got to have a good collection of firewood for the campfires, for anything you want to cook over the fire. There's just got to be fire. So firewood.
Mm-hmm.
Second, I learned this hunting with you. Got to have a good DVD player and a TV. And a whole library of good DVD movies to choose from.
Yep.
That helps the nighttime.
What do you have?
What?
What's some of the movies in your hunting camp library?
I forget. I've got a ton. I forget.
We watched John Wick 1, 2, and 3 when I was there. It was fun. And we watched that other what was that? The pastor goes on a shooting rampage.
Machine Gun
yeah,
Preacher.
yeah, we watched that.
Yeah,
That was good.
But see, I've got a bunch of DVDs, like, because that was before I had Wi-Fi, but now I have.
But I still look for DVDs like at that $5 bin at Walmart.
Yeah.
Because of my hunting camp. Like you gotta keep new stuff coming in.
Right.
There's some football movie you recommended, Greater.
Yeah, Greater's
Yeah,
really
I got
good.
that. I got that just because you recommended it, and I'm like, oh, that's a great thing to have at the deer camp.
Have you watched it yet?
Yeah, it's good.
What about Woodlawn?
I got that one too.
Did you watch it?
Yeah,
Good one.
yeah. But then I have like the Bourne series.
I never got into
Yeah,
the
that's
Bourne.
a
First Matrix,
That's the only one you need.
Silverado, Magnificent Seven. Just some good. Black Hawk Down,
I've got I don't know. I've got the
Red Dawn. I don't leave that out there though. I'll bring it back with me. Just I need to be close to a copy.
I've
of
got
Red
the
Dawn.
Pacific,
Just have more than one.
the whole series of the Pacific.
Yeah,
Band of Brothers.
No, I don't.
I have that one.
That's
That's the
Army.
Army.
I don't really care.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but I don't have a whole bunch of like action or war. Most of my camp stuff is like comedy.
yeah. I mean,
lighthearted, good
some
family.
good Will Ferrell
family
type stuff too. Some Adam Sandler.
RV with Robin.
Oh, that's a
Williams.
good one. My
Yeah.
kids love that too.
Yeah, so those kind of
Yeah.
movies. A bunch of my kids got some movies over there too. But I've got Wi-Fi now, so I've got Netflix, Prime, all that, so I can.
It's not the same.
Oh,
Not the same.
It's not the same as putting in a DVD.
No.
yeah.
All right. What's your number one, man?
Number 1, Vienna sausage
Okay.
and some snacks. Food. I don't know. Those we've talked about it before. Those foods.
Yeah. They
They
taste
just
good out there.
They just taste better out there.
Yeah.
Vienna sausage. Yeah, all that stuff.
That's awesome.
Those are must-haves for me.
Chet?
All right. 3 C's. I top 3 must-have items at camp that all start with the letter C. A cot, because sleeping on the ground is for the birds. So there may be a bed, something elevated where you can sit down on it. And then when you get up in the morning, you're not like rolling over and standing up
Wet
from the ground.
dew.
Yeah. So cot, when I was a kid, we got in on this hunting lease, and it was near a house of people that were related to our neighbors, and they let us finish out. I say finish out. We put some plywood down in their attic of the garage that they had, and built a ladder to get up in there, and all you could fit through the hole for furniture wise were cots that were broken down. And so my dad and I stayed up in there. It just smelled like insulation. But that's what I have in my camp now. Number 2, coffee. I mean, just the getting up and getting a good cup of hot coffee, fresh hot coffee at your hunting camp in the morning is a great thing. And if you're blessed enough to have a big blind and you could fit your Coleman stove in there, you could brew yourself some nice hot coffee while you're out hunting too, which I've been known to do. And then number 3, combustion or heat. So you like that? Still stay with the C's.
It's good.
So kind of on Troy's Firewood, having a fire, having a stove. I traded some bison meat for a wood burning stove, and we just have it right out there with some chairs outside. So we can get a little bit more efficient where we're not burning a whole lot of wood, and it keeps the smoke up out of everything. And I just love it, just sitting around that fire.
Nice.
How about you, Matt?
I can smell it now. Number 3, I would say coffee as well. I personally, of course, my hunting camp is
Deluxe.
I wouldn't.
You have a deluxe hunting camp.
Yeah, not top of the line, but it is a 1968 double wide, so it's pretty fine accoutrements. If you
you have a kitchen, a bathroom, a shower, a refrigerator. Well, you don't have a refrigerator.
I don't have a refrigerator right now, but I have a washer and dryer.
Recliner.
I do have a recliner.
Yeah, dude, that's everything a man could ask for in a hunting camp.
Yeah.
And a couch and a couple of a love seat and another chair and some bunk beds and
It's pretty bougie.
2 other beds.
It is.
And a shower, hot shower.
Yeah, I've got that.
But
It's outdoor.
So I don't have the fancy coffee out at hunting camp. So I just have the Keurig and the little K-cups. So I get those and brew my coffee in the morning and then put that into another must-have, which is my Stanley thermos.
Oh, thermos.
The original Stanley thermos. Because I can put my soup in there. I can put my coffee in there in the morning for the morning hunt. I can put a little soup in there for the afternoon hunt. So I'm not starving completely when I get back to...
Just make coffee in your blind.
I don't like to do that.
Like the elite hunters do.
I don't like to do that. But I don't like to have anything extra just in my blind that can rattle around or anything. So I like to have
you're
a
telling me right
modicum
now
of
you're
stuff.
not going to cook breakfast sausage in your blind on a skillet?
No.
He didn't want to make noise for his
I've done
tame
that
deer that
Yeah.
aren't going to flee anyway.
Right.
They'll flee. They don't let them fool you. And then, number 1, heat. I would say bed, but I've got the beds, but heat.
Oh yeah, dude.
There's nothing better at the end of the day than coming back freezing cold from that hunt and then walking in and you've got the heat going. It's even better if it's a fireplace, which I don't have. But
Yeah.
when you walk in from camp and you get that fire stoked up, get the fire going, warm up. Maybe I get Tim to put a fireplace in.
After deer season.
No.
He can't. You got to quit hiring him until deer seas's over.
I'm going to bring him down during, and maybe we can just make this a problem. We've already talked about putting a cover over the deck.
Yeah.
And we'll do that maybe during deer season.
No.
He's going to come down and we'll just hang out. And I told him we could shoot some deer while we're doing that, and it'll be good.
Yeah.
It'll be good. I told him
hear you.
he's never seen the amount of deer that will walk out than he will at my place.
Well, you can only shoot one at a time.
It doesn't matter. You at least get a choice. It's not, I'm going to shoot the first thing that comes out, Chet.
Okay.
No, that's what I did at your place, not Chet.
100. No, you didn't shoot the first thing that came out because what came out was an 8-point buck, which you didn't shoot.
Well, that's true. I did watch the.
And then you watched some does that you thought were small because you had a group of does and they walked
Man, he
off.
remembers every detail of
No,
this.
they came out
He's
after.
not letting it go.
Oh, they came out after you shot?
Hey, forgive
After I
and
shot
forget,
the
Matt.
little
Forgive and forget. Let's get on. Let's get beyond this. You're emotionally scarred.
No. You
Much like that scar that Troy put on the back of that deer when he missed it the first time.
That's right.
Well, he didn't miss it the first time. He spined it, and then he missed it the second and third time, and then had to go get down and retrieve arrows because he only bought 3.
No, I only brought 2.
You only brought 2. So then
I
he
missed
has
the
to,
second time, and I shot it the third
and
time.
you got shot at the third time from 10 yards.
I
That's
just
perfect.
can't knife one. I can't knife one.
Well, because you didn't have a knife. I'm running a knife out to you to kill this thing, and you'd already shot it again. I'm like, we could have just knifed it.
Good times.
What's
man.
number one? Oh,
That was number one. Sweet.
Good gosh almighty.
Anyway, good top three. Troy, what do you got for us?
Well, let's see here. So this kind of goes in line with what Chet was talking about last week with all the stuff going on in the political realm and everything in our country. A lot of crazy stuff going on. And if your person doesn't get into the White House, it might freak you out. Or if the thing just goes corrupt, well, it's already corrupt. But if the thing just, if it goes, it goes. But Paul writes to the Philippians about stuff going on back in his day. But this verse is Philippians 4:6. It says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be known to God." So instead of when you feel anxious, just remember to pray. Just remember to know that God is with you and that you can let your requests be known. And that you don't have to be anxious about tomorrow. Another verse says, tomorrow's got enough worry for itself. So just don't let anxiety overtake you through everything that's going on. And I think all three of us would say when you're out there on the deer stand, that's a great time to reflect and just be in God's creation and just be closer to Him, with your thoughts and everything out there. So
100%.
I think it allows you to actually be more thankful as well.
Yeah.
Because you actually have time to sit back and think about everything. You're like, man, I'm just really thankful that.
If you have a clear conscience, and if not, then you need to deal with that. It'll come up. That's when it creeps up.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Appreciate it, Troy.
Yep.
Thank you all for joining us. We'll catch you next week.
Thanks for listening to the Hardheaded Podcast. Don't forget to share this podcast with others to help us get the word out.
Also, if you haven't yet, please rate and review the show. This helps our podcast show up in other people's suggested shows that may or may not have listened to us before.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.